Hello guys and welcome back. We're out on the tracks this weekend. I was meant to come out yesterday, but unfortunately we had a few other plans. Got the GoPro on the roof next to the snorkel so we can hear that lovely induction noise. Just going to drop the tyre pressures a little bit because we had a little bit of rain over the last few days and the tracks are a bit wet, so we'll drop them down just a tiny bit. Finally going to actually drop tyre pressures for once. And then yeah, we'll get stuck into it. We'll hit a couple of little tracks and just see where it takes us. Alright, so we're in 4 high, rock mode, and we're just gonna go around and see what we can see, find some little muddy tracks, quite possibly, let the tyres down a little bit. So we'll test them out and see how they go. They should be pretty good, I think. So yeah, let's get into it. As you can tell by the GoPro footage, it doesn't struggle at all. Like, this thing just idles through absolutely everything, no dramas, just loves it. Yeah, doesn't struggle with really anything. There's nothing I've really found that's been a struggle for it. It just, yeah, eats it all up. So, with these new tyres, they seem to be okay. Nothing really to report. They seem to have enough grip going through all that mud stuff. So, yeah, they don't seem to struggle. The only thing I don't like, the ridge grapplers, they do have quite a bit of vibration when you're on the freeway and you're doing like 110 or 100, and yeah, you have that little bit of vibration through the steering wheel. It'd be worse if I had 4 of them. Luckily I don't, but yeah, still, yeah, that vibration is pretty crap. So yes, they'll be getting changed out shortly with something else. So I mean they're probably a great tyre off-road because of that sidewall and the tread pattern, but yeah, like we know with the 62s, they are quite particular with some tyres, and yeah, if they're not right, well, they hate them. So that one has those ones have a little bit of vibration through the steering wheel at speed and also under acceleration, so it's pretty annoying. The Toyos seem good, so yeah. Anyway, we'll continue on, and yeah, we'll see where we end up. Hopefully the GoPro will sit there. I don't know if it will or not, but we will see. Taking this thing for driving is so easy. Like, the car just wants to drive. Like, it pulls through every obstacle with so much ease. Like, it is just surprisingly great off-road. There's a little bit of a, we'll go up here and have a bit of a squeeze at what all this is about here. Pretty sure this is what I wanted to find the last time I came out here, but I couldn't find it for some reason. And I'm pretty sure this is this little rock steppy sort of garden part. I couldn't find it last time, but yeah, I don't know if this is the one or not. I don't remember it being so gnarly, but yeah, obviously you can see that big girl has no dramas getting up here. Like, I'm just happily idling along here, and she's just eating it up. A little bit of slippage there, but that's okay. Still had the other wheels spinning nicely, and yeah, it just like climbs up, and I'm not going over 2000 RPM, not even 1500. So it just climbs up with such ease. Like, it's just really quite amazing just how awesome it is. Like, with no suspension mods, just a snorkel, sliders, tyres, and a bash plate, which we did actually manage to hit before, so it's earning its keep, which is what it's designed for. You know, very minimal mods, and it's just eating it up. Like, it just, yeah, very surprising car. Like, you wouldn't think that a car that weighs as much as it does, and you know, is sort of designed for touring and towing, can, yeah, be so great off-road. So it would seem, oh no, here we go, we can turn right. Oh, I do remember this now. And then you turn right down here, you can obviously see that 4 drives are engaged. Turning circle is a bit crap. And then yeah, we come down this side. Yeah, I remember now. It took me ages to find this, I don't know why. Let's get a bit more AC going here, it's getting a bit hot. I mean, you know, like this isn't hard here, but I mean, you can just see how effortlessly this car tackles tracks, like just so simple and easy to drive. Like you just point it where you want it to go and it just goes. So yeah, you really cannot complain with the four-wheel drive capabilities of this car. It's, yeah, quite amazing, and does it in luxury comfort. Not an issue in the world. Now, which way do I want to go? I want to go to the beach, and I think I want to go this way, so we'll see. I can't remember ever going down here. I don't remember. Because everything sort of just looks the same. You don't really remember places that you've been and whatnot. So I think, yeah, that's on our left is the big bog hole that we went through when the car was like stock. It had nothing on it, and yeah, it went through there fine, no dramas at all. So the only thing I struggle with is I can't remember like where all the massive holes and stuff are, because a lot of these tracks are rutted out, and you know, a lot of cars that come through here with bigger tyres and whatnot, and chewed up a lot of the areas, and yeah, I just can't remember where all these holes and stuff are. So I like to just go in slow to these puddles just in case. There's a fuel tank there if anyone wants a long range fuel tank. I don't know what that's doing out here, because you just don't know how deep or where the holes are in some of these. I want to go flying full steam ahead and get yourself into a deep hole and do damage, because that's not what I'm about. I don't want to damage the car. Scratches, well, scratches are just going to happen, so not much you can really do about that. But now, a lot of the terrain out here, some of it is quite boggy. Other parts are like this, where it's just pretty easy going, and there's not really any major holes or anything, or the ground's fairly hard. Now that just looks menacing, doesn't it? That bit looks rather boggy with no winch or max tracks or anything. We'll keep out of there. Here's a section that could be quite interesting. Do I want to go through that? I don't really know. Not really. We'll see what it's like. It might just be fine, or it might not be. Oh no, it seems to be okay. And the base is quite hard as well, so nothing to worry about through there. But you know, you come to a bog hole like that and you think, geez, there's a lot of water laying there. What does the bottom hold? That's what I mean by you just go slow, because yeah, you can't see through water, so you don't know what sort of ruts and stuff lie within. Now, rock mode is pretty good for this sort of stuff. Gives you a lot of control, especially with that hill climb that we did before. So pretty good for this sort of stuff, where you just want to go nice and gentle and sort of feel your way through an obstacle. Gives you plenty of control with the accelerator, so it's nice to have all them different modes. because it basically just gives you a throttle controller really. I'm hoping that this track leads us to the beach. I don't think it does though. I think this is one of the exit tracks actually, from memory. Alright, so let's head off and see if we can find the beach. So that's just a bit of a loop, and then off to our right, that's where we went up the climb, which, like, looking at it, it is rather steep, quite shaly, some little technical spots there where it's been undercut, but you know, the car did it easy, so no issues at all. Here we go, we'll head down here. And the car just eats it up, it loves this. It's really good at this. Mason did a good job designing this car. So we'll chuck it into sand mode now, and you can feel that the throttle's a lot more responsive, and the car definitely wants to get up and boogie a lot more. So the only bad part about these little tracks is they're so tight and you can't really tell if someone else is coming the other way, so you do have to go quite slow as you don't want accidents. There's a lot of motorcyclists and whatnot that like to ride out here, so yeah, going slow and respecting everyone's safety is a very important thing, because everyone needs to get home. So I like to just take it nice and slow and not rip around through here, especially on a weekend. It can get rather busy down here. I don't really expect to see anyone camping. I thought the rain might have put people off, but did notice a few cars down here when I first rocked up, but haven't seen anyone since. But today's a lovely day, so perhaps people might have came out here, especially if they're like me. They'll get Monday off, so nice weekend out at the beach camping. Why not? I put a poll out a couple of weeks ago to see what you guys wanted to see more of, and it was pretty much split between doing forward driving like this and reviews. So let me know down in the comments below, to be a bit more specific, what sort of things do you want me to review, like accessories for your car, camping stuff, forward driving equipment, that sort of thing. Or perhaps you've got something completely different in mind. I'd be very interested to know. What sort of forward driving do you want to see? Like, locally around me there's not a whole lot of stuff, so this is sort of what we're limited to. So unfortunately it's not like tough or anything. Not that I really want to do tough tracks at the moment, just because the car isn't really set up for it. I'd like to get a bull bar and winch fitted before I start doing anything too crazy, so then at least if I get myself bogged I can actually recover myself without having to stress about that. So I'll notice I'll really go around stuff that looks a bit crap. So anyway, out on the beach now. Wind that window down so we can hear that snorkel. Tide's in, so when this thing is just really easily doing everything. She's so good on the beach, really loves it. These tyres have made a massive difference. Now obviously we could go across that, although the tide's coming back in, so that's all salt water, so we will give that a miss for today. Even reversing, like, man, so easy. And these yeah, these tyres are really helping me a lot here. Like, this is so much easier than when we had the jewelers on. Like, the jewelers were shocking. The jewelers were, yeah, quite bad on the beach. Like, I really had to feed it to really move, but here, like, very minimal throttle input, and it does it so easy. Wow. Yeah, I'm quite surprised actually. That's amazing. Yeah, that's super easy. Hope you can hear that snorkel, because it sounds lovely. And as I expected, no one's out here camping, so there's one person out camping. Didn't deter them. And the sand was very soft down here last time, so we'll see, because we can't go past that sign. Now, I'm not going to tell everyone how to beach drive, because you probably have your own techniques, and we know that motivation. Oh, big girl. She's just loving this. Obviously, momentum is obviously the key for beach driving, as we know. And also, when you're coming to a stop, don't use your brakes, because your brakes will make you dig into the sand and can actually get you stuck. Whereas if you're just using the coefficient of the sand's drag to slow you down, you'll have a lot easier time. And there we go. Big girl does it so easy. This car is just so good. Them tyres help a heap. So yeah, very impressed with the tyres on the sand. Actually, they do a great job. Yeah, very happy with that. That's awesome. So I'll park up here and we'll have a bit of an overview of, yeah, how it's gone. Alright, so as you can see, our tyre tracks are quite wide, which is good. I only lowered the tyre pressures down to about 30 psi. Didn't want to go too low, because it's yeah, no real need to do that. Out here there's nothing too challenging up this end, but yeah, they seem to do really well. As you can see, there's like no crap or anything in the tyres. They eject everything pretty well, as you can see under all there. It's all dirty. So yeah, they actually seem to do quite a decent job, which is good. That's what I wanted. So yeah, quite impressed. The Toyos do a good job too. They're quite a wide footprint as well. These little parts inside the tread get a bit full of shit, but yeah, apart from that, pretty happy with how the tyres perform off-road. I knew they'd be good off-road. Pissed off about my snorkel though, that's just annoying. But anyway, it is what it is. If anyone's got a spare guard, let me know. I'll buy it from you. Because, yes, not happy with how that template is. Now, knowing that, I'll be able to have that sorted for next time, so, yeah. But yes, hope you enjoyed the GoPro footage and the snorkel. It sounds so good, and the car performs awesome off-road. It is such a great car, really happy with it. Especially having a few mods and stuff on it definitely helps the car a lot. Even stock, like you've seen me four drive that thing stock, and we had no dramas stock, so yeah, having upgraded parts on it has turned it into a completely different animal. So now let's talk about these tyres a little bit. The Toyos, these are apparently really good tyres, these RT open countries. Sidewall isn't too aggressive, although I can definitely see that being quite handy in mud and rocks because of the sharp angles on the sidewalls. So you have a bit of protection there from sticks and stuff, and the tread pattern isn't too bad either. You can definitely see it is an all-terrain and not as aggressive as what the Nittos are. You can tell that these are, they'll be fine for on-road use as well. Now, another thing as well, I don't think these Nittos are much good in the wet. So like I mentioned at the start of the video, we had a little bit of rain over the last couple of days. Now, exiting roundabouts, I found that the front of the car was wanting to slide. The rear was fine. It was almost like that oversteer feeling where you can feel that the car is starting to want to turn itself around. Now, obviously, it's actually very manageable in the Patrol because obviously that four-wheel drive system kicks in, and it's very easy to handle. Now, I wasn't going at any crazy speeds either. I was actually going quite slow, obviously going through a roundabout. I'm not flying around in the wet. I can appreciate that a big car like this, it rolls and moves, and it can be quite slippery and dangerous if you're not being careful. So I never like to speed around in the wet. Very dangerous. And yeah, I found that the front wanted to slip out on me, and I think put that down to sort of the aggressive nature of these tyres. As you can see, like the sidewall is a lot different. You don't have much down through this lower part, although the knobby bits on the upper edge of the sidewall is quite aggressive again. These big protruding bits here, and you also have these little bits here as well, which could be quite good in mud and rocks again, having that rotation and digging sort of effect as well. Now, I'd like to know from you guys, are you guys running Nittos? Because I know there is a Nitto that is fine on the Patrols. The ridge grapplers that I've got here, they're not obviously the good ones. I think the trail grapplers are the ones to get for the Patrols if you wanted to go down the Nitto path, because they are actually quite good tyres. But yeah, the ridge grapplers are the ones to steer clear of, because these are the ones that have issues. They also have these little protruded bits as well in the middle of the tread blocks, obviously to probably help with the mud evacuation and that sort of thing when you're doing muddy sort of work. So that'll help a big deal with helping to get mud and stuff out as the tyre moves around. So that's also quite a nice feature. Obviously these are sort of the more aggressive mud style tyres, whereas the trail grapplers are more like the all-terrain style. So yeah, these are a bit more aggressive again. Now, sort of comparing them to the Toyos, like I said, these are apparently meant to be really good tyres. I haven't done any research on them yet, although they have a similar sort of design with the protruding parts between the tread blocks to help with that mud evacuation. So they definitely have, you know, off-road driving in mind, and obviously different styles of the sidewall protection, and obviously which helps with off-road driving. So yeah, two very different styles of tyre that actually work really well together. Yeah, so out here they really blow me away just how easy these are to drive with on the beach. These are really good, and yeah, obviously still impressed with just how good it is off-road in the muddy stuff. So yeah, quite happy with how the Patrol is morphing into a nice four-wheel drive beast. Obviously there's still plenty of work to do, roof rack, get our bars on front and rear, and then yeah, obviously set up a bit of 12-volt system and draw system in the back. So yeah, very impressed. So if you'd like to see more of this stuff, guys, let me know down below. Make sure if you're new around here, subscribe. There's a lot more videos like this coming out in the future, and I'd love to hear your guys' comments and feedback about what you want to see, because I like doing stuff that you guys want to see and giving you guys knowledge and giving you guys an informed opinion on the sort of things that you should do to your car, and what sort of things are good, what sort of things are bad, and yeah, just giving you guys knowledge like this. A lot of people have already sort of turned away from doing that sort of a snorkel, which is completely fair enough. You know, it does look pretty crap, and it's bad that a business is selling a template that is not up to standard, because you know, ruins a good guard. But anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe if you are new, because there's plenty more good content like this to come, and I hope to see you all at the next one.